it's Christine Bertram coming to you live from the Hive here in Fond du Lac, Wisconsin. It is a Monday, 1 o'clock, just a little bit tardy. We have a Let's Just Stamp class that we're going to do for you. It's the 23rd of March. So this week we're going to be hitting a little bit heavy with classes with being away for OnStage a couple weeks ago now. I can say a couple weeks. It's crazy to think that it's already been a couple weeks since we've been back, or since we left, that we've got Let's Just Stamp, and then tonight we've got Mystery Card Night. I already published Clue 1. I think I did that on Saturday. Yay. And then I think Kelly's got a kit class for you this Tuesday and next Tuesday. Wednesday we'll have Share, Create, Inspire, and that is because Connie Moore's card came today. I just got it. So I always hate to publish that class until I have a card sample to work with. So now that I have it, I'll be going ahead and publishing that we'll do that. I have to decide if it's going to be at 2 o'clock or if it's going to be at 10 a.m. So I think probably 2 p.m. would be my guess. And then Thursday night, we have the Sweet Bundle class. I think Kelly's got Paper Pumpkin in the morning on Thursday, the 26th. So lots of classes for you this week. And then we wrap up next week with an Ink, Paper, Scissors Monday night and her other kit class on Tuesday night. Yay! I'll have a showcase for you guys. I'm also planning that this coming week. So for those of you that are always looking forward to watching that, my April class showcase is slated for 2:30 on Thursday, the 26th. And that's because I have a foot appointment in the morning. Well, not in the morning. Well, it's actually the mid-morning. And by the time I'm back, it'll be 1. So I'm thinking 2:30 should be good. So I'll send an email out. I'll create a Facebook event. I'll create an event on my website. I'll send an email, all the stuff. And so that you guys can mark your calendars for that. And Amanda, we already chatted yesterday. She's on standby. She's going to have everything all staged and hopefully very helpful in getting responses back to everybody pretty quick. Now, I know that 2 people just recently filled out for March class registration, Rosie and Lila. So if you guys are catching me now, just know I did see them come through, and I will reply to you sometime today. That is my goal. So I think then we're caught up with all the March registrations. I still have a few people with boxes here yet, trying to connect with people. But other than that, we're rocking and rolling. I have a few of you here with me. I will say hello really quick to everybody. Hi, Cindy Bassett. And there's Rosie Prouty. Aw, it was so nice to see you in Long Beach. That was awesome. So, Rosie, we did do a team picture, and Kelly had everything. We had 3 people, and you missed the team picture. We did it right after one of General Sessions, and I can't remember if it was Friday or if it must have been Friday, and you weren't there on Friday. So remember, I took a picture of you by the terrace, and so Kelly had cropped in the other 3 people, and I said, wait, Rosie was with us too, so we're going to Photoshop you into the picture, Rosie. So be on the lookout and be like, where did we put Rosie into the group of people? And your picture is going to look slightly different because your picture was taken outside with the sun shining on you, and everybody else's was in front of the Long Beach neon light thing. So Kelly will make it look great. I know she will. But I am not going to share that picture until we have you in there. So hi, Patty Wright. Oh, it was so good to see you too. So there's Sarah Mitchell. Hello. And Mary Novak is here. And there's Linda Grady. And Pat Settle. Oh, you're very welcome, Pat. When I got your email, first thing I thought is, I think she thinks that the Cute as a Bug IPS is tonight. But, oh man, we're a week away from that. And so there's a lot of water to put under that bridge before we get to next week, Monday. Hi, Sue Deppis. Hi, Susan Bellamy. There's Vanessa Ritter. Hi, Margie Yasui. Yay. It's not the 26th yet. You fly back to Hawaii on Thursday, so you got a little time. Maybe you'll catch my showcase from the airplane if you have internet, or maybe you'll catch it when you get there. And I think that's everybody who's live with me. So we have a great, spring is coming. Spring is in the air. I think that transition just happened this past week, the 21st or the 22nd, whenever the spring equinox is. I think it's usually the 21st or the 22nd. I'd have to see on a calendar. I always thought it was always on the 21st, but sometimes it's the 22nd. My niece's birthday was the 21st, so it's always on her birthdays, what I understand. So these cards are bright and cheerful and springy, and so I'm excited to share them with you. We have these 3. So we are featuring for Let's Just Stamp, we're featuring springtime scenes. A nice little bundle, probably one of my favorite bundles that's live right now out of all of the bundles that they have. This one launched with the online exclusives in early March. And I love the ladybug in it. So we definitely threw a ladybug on one of the cards. Now, Let's Just Stamp is usually a little bit of die cutting. Well, we had a hard time with that. So we have a little bit of die cutting. We have a little bit of punching and more die cutting, a little bit of embossing. And it's like all of a sudden, before we know it, we've got some cards that are maybe past beginner style, but then they're appealing to more. So we definitely made it that you don't necessarily need this stamp set. If you could figure out, hi, Michelle Foreign, there, yes, hopefully these are some purple. And yet, no, you know what? There isn't even any blue, and red and blue make purple. And you're gonna be a sad little girl, a sad face. Me too, right? There's no purple. We have coral, which is Gina's favorite color. Gina loves the bright stuff. And then we've got green. So go team green and green purple. No, haha, just teasing. Yellow, orange, and coral, I guess. So sorry about that. Hi, Connie Moore. So it's a beautiful set. You know, I bet, Michelle Foreign, you would be able to make, if you get this, you could make yourself a purple butterfly. Oh, not a butterfly. You guys, words are hard. I almost said dragonfly. Ladybug. You could do Petunia Pop for this little shell of the ladybug, and I think that would be a super cute revision of the card. So the dies are amazing. If you guys remember last month, we did feature this set in the monthly class, and we used this die over here. Or is it this one? I think we used this one, and it was really cool with a little leaf sprig next to it. So we did use words from here. We did pull in a leaf and another set of leaves here, but we did use You Brighten My Day on the one, Celebrate New Beginnings, Sending Lots of Sunshine. It was perfect on this card because of the yellow going on. We stamped some other words that came here from, this is Banner, where do I have it? Right here, Banner Sayings. So we have Banner Sayings is where we got the happy birthday. And then I pulled in Swirl Designs here for that one. So Diane Bogenhagen and I designed these together. And it was just so much fun. A lot of and I'm so excited that vellum is back in the hood now. Like we can go crazy. I had gotten maybe like 6 packs of the 8.5 by 11 vellum before it retired, and I've been using it very sparingly. Hi Donna Grushki. Hi Gwen Goda. Now that vellum is back in 12 by 12, we've been like, yup, let's use vellum. We love vellum. I mean, I absolutely love vellum. It just adds a perfect little accent behind things where you don't necessarily want to cover things up, but you want to see through them. So we added a couple different sizes of the vellum circles. So yay. So that's kind of what we're working with today. I've got a few ink pads that we pulled in. Shaded Spruce for the one card. And then on this one, we've got the Granny Apple and the Coral. And then on this guy, we pulled in the Pumpkin Pie and the Daffodils That Are Delightful. And yay. So that's what we got going on. I am going to do roll call before we get started. So if you guys, I came back from the OnStage trip last week. I think I got back a week ago this past Sunday, so like 7 full days. And then I had class with you guys on, my first class that I had with you was Thursday night. So I did a lot of talking on the front end of that live. So if you missed any updates or anything that's going on, you can go back and watch that class. And if you didn't sign up to do the class with me and you just want to hear what's going on, it would be good to watch the beginning of that. I figured with that one, if you guys go back and watch it, I don't need to necessarily go over everything again on this for this class. On the back end of this class though, I have promised that I was going to go through the stuff, my wares that I got in the Long Beach. So I was going to go through everything. It's kind of heavy. I was going to go through everything that's in this bag. And I have a suitcase over here that is my little Pullman that I used. And let's see if I can do this without twisting my back. But I've got the suitcase. It's full. It's full of pillow gifts and stuff from Long Beach. So my goal after I do the 3 cards with you is I'm going to go through that stuff. And then I also have some swap cards from the customer swaps from January and February. So I was going to go through that stuff. And that might take a little bit on the back end. All right. Hi, Lisa's Basic. You caught me live on your day off. Oh, it must be nice to have a day off. And it is sunshiny right here, right now. I love it. Hi, Julie Damaris. Hi, Tanya from Florence, Kentucky. I love it. So Julie Damaris, I heard through the grapevine that you're looking for a roommate And you may have told me this, but I know Eva said that you reached out to her about the cruise. So if you have any questions and need help, I know she said that she gave you lots of information. And if you need clarification on anything, don't hesitate to reach back out to me or to her. I did share that over the weekend, you guys, in case you did miss it. And if you don't get emails from me, it might be beneficial to get emails. You can always delete the ones you don't want. But just in case you guys miss things, there's at the cardsbycrispy.com, my website, that's what that is. If you go to that, let's say you go to events, underneath the picture of me in the yellow, there's a spot where you can sign up to get my emails, okay? So when you sign up to get emails from me, then what happens is I send emails. And I just sent this out, it was March 22nd, so it was yesterday. So the Alaskan Cruise Getaway. So this is where this has gone out, and if you're looking to get a roommate, you can click here to fill out the registration form. Now, if you can't do that, let's say your phone, your technology, your tablet, or your computer doesn't let you, just let me know. But you'd fill that form out. And then if you're somebody who is looking for a roommate, oh, look at this. Patty Wright is looking for a roommate, and Sarah Merchant's looking for a roommate, right? And what all this has is the person's name, their email address, and their phone number, right? And it has where they're from. So Sarah's from New Jersey and Patty's from La Pine, Oregon. So what happens is I'm hopeful that what I should probably put in here is as you guys find each other, that I take you off the list. Okay, so I probably should make a note of that. I was just thinking about that. Not that Patty and Sarah end up getting to be roommates and now they don't need to be on the list, right? So what I want you guys to do is not necessarily interview each other, but I want you to reach out to each other and ask each other the important questions to determine if you'd be good fits with each other, right? If somebody is a really light sleeper and doesn't snore, and they're rooming with somebody who's a really heavy sleeper and snores, then you guys might not be the best fit, because I feel like one person's going to be irritated a lot. And we don't want that. We want good combinations. Like, I don't snore and I'm a heavy sleeper, so I would sleep really well with somebody who's a heavy snorer, like my boyfriend, because I never hear him snoring in my ear, okay? Because I'm out like a light. So it's just, I'm hopeful you guys can connect with each other to figure out if you'd be good fits. And then the hopeful thing is that you guys become good friends from rooming with each other and you stay connected, right? All right. Hi, Shirley Natali. Yes, Eva was informed. Perfect. I'm glad she was very helpful. Hello, Doris Munson. So now Tyler doesn't always snore like that. I think it depends on how tired he is. But I guess my point was that, like, just find somebody that you think you'd be a good fit. That's what I'm hoping, that you guys can reach out to each other. That's why I have the phone number there. Just give a call. And if for some reason you call and you leave a message and the person doesn't call you back, do not take offense to that and do not take it personally, because they may not even get the phone call. Like, you guys, technology is crazy. You could always try again in another day or two, or send a text message. I don't know about you guys, but I get lots of weird random numbers calling me that I don't know who they are, and half of the time they're spammers. So sometimes if you don't know the number, you don't answer it, and then if you don't check the messages right away, you might not get that person's message. So it doesn't hurt to text or send an email. You could follow all the different, you could call, text, and email, right? All right, that person has given permission for you to contact them. All right, you tried to add that form. So now, Julie, I know you had problems using the other Google form, and I helped put it on there, your name on, for the materials for the card benefit. So if you want to be on that form, you just got to tell me what phone number you want listed and what email address you want listed, and then I can add your name to it. Hello, Deanne Dawn. Okay, one more short announcement is we're still looking for materials for donations for the card benefit that's coming up in April. I was just going over it with Gloria today. We're still looking for, I think, a pack of thick white. We're looking for a daffodil, some blackberry, some navy, some shaded spruce, some rhinestones, and if anybody wants to also help with donating for envelopes, okay? So I think that's where we're at for that. And there's a lot taken, but there's still quite a bit left over. So Occasionally buffering. Oh, don't say the B word. That's a naughty word. Nope, nope, nope. If we say it, then it starts to do it more often. So no, 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 no energy going there. Hi, Yvonne. Looks like the party got started. It sure did. Hello, hello to you. All right, so we have the March Let's Just Stamp. I'm going to go through roll call. Thank you to everybody who registered to take this class with me or Diane. We appreciate it so much. I do the roll call just to make sure I didn't miss anybody. So if you don't hear your name and you think you might have signed up for it, or maybe you did and I didn't catch it, just let me know. It happened. March was a funny month. We tried to sneak as much as we could in before OnStage, and so we were working very diligently, and there were a couple people that I missed for the monthly class, and we caught it, and so we are kitting up more for March's monthly class. I think we already have, I'd have to say 1, 2, 3, 4. We're already kitting up for 4 more, so we might even kit up for 8 if more people want to join the waiting list. Now, we would kit those up to ship in April. But if you want Let's Just Stamp, I do have Let's Just Stamp available yet. They are $19 plus shipping. So if you get them added to a package, it's only a couple dollars to add to the class for shipping. And otherwise, it's also free with a $60 order. So at the end of class, we'll do a drawing to figure out who gets the door prize for placing an order. And yeah, and just thank you for taking the class with me. You can definitely call out and let me know that you're here. I'd love it. Hi, Nancy Matthews from Canada. And mailing package to you today for the, oh, thanks, Julie. I appreciate that. That's perfect. That's awesome. Oh, thanks for access to the team page too. Perfect. Good, you got that as well. Okay, first on our list, Miss Karen Wetstein, Julie Bierschbach, and then Nina Barbaric, Annette Rollin, Brenda Cottrell, Bridget Rowe, Catherine Healy, Debbie Stone, Denise Cooper, Donna Grushke, Angelique Schaefer, Jean Terwilliger, Jenny Knutson, Judy Dean, Julie Bontranger, Karen Woods, Kelly Gibson, Kimberly Snow, Leslie McMinn, Linda Scott, Lori Baxter, Mary Lemke, Mary Rita Vessels, Pat Settle, Patty Wright, Feline Mays, Ruth Nicholson, Sandy Coy Emery, Sue Deppes, Susan Bellamy, Tricia Fagley, Mary Hodges, Doris Munson, Linda Rios, Lynn Beasley, Shirley Natali, Rita Steffi, Kathy Crumpton, Lisa Mullis, Susan Devine, Margie Yasui, and Margene Eskelson. Yay! Okay, so I was just looking at the comments. Hello, Maria Gilbertson. So you guys, a couple people are mentioning about the buffering. We try not to mention that because then it gets cluttered even more. So what happens is I always tell people that I'm live right now, and if it's to the point where it buffers so much that it just is stalling and giving you that spinny wheel of death, you can always pop back on a little bit later. Maybe it'll get better. I don't know, but I know it happened a little bit on Thursday night. So just know when you watch the replay, it doesn't do the buffering. But I know it's nice to be live with me because then I can say hi to you and we can comment and you can tell me what's going on with your life and we can have a chit chat, right? Or ask questions about class, right? However, right? So just know that if it ever becomes burdensome, that you can catch the replay too. I never want people to experience stress or anxiety with watching the lives. It's not worth it. So just know that at some point here, I've got my old tablet up here and I got a new tablet right before I left for OnStage. This tablet, I got it back in March of 2020 when the world shut down. I bought it 2 days before Best Buy closed down. And it has done me good. But I think what's happening is the tablet is old. And so the technology isn't up in, like, let's say, up to snuff with how the app for the video streaming is. I think that they are not, like, happy together. So I do have a new tablet. I did the install before I left for OnStage, and I just haven't done a practice run with it yet. So I'm hopeful that in the next couple times I do a live, have been transitioned to the new tablet. So that very well could be it. I don't know for certain though. I honestly, you guys, you might think I know technology because I do lives, but I am not a technologically inclined person. I'm enough to be a little bit dangerous, but by no means am I deadly at all. I can't really do a lot. So I struggle bust my way through it. So, all right, lots of you are here. So I'm going to get started. We have here the card kit that you guys would have. And in here it says the name of the class is Springtime Sweens Let's Just Stamp. Today's date is the 23rd. All right. I will say, and I'm going to put this out there because I've had a couple little hiccups, and this is not with Let's Just Stamp, but for the Sweet Bundle for February and for March, Kelly accidentally flip-flopped the dates, and instead of reprinting 170 tickets, what we did is we tried to cross off the date and rewrite it, right? But what happened is some of those dates didn't get crossed off. So some of you might have gotten the Easter Joy class with February's date on it, which I think was February 9th. I don't know. Just know the Easter Joy class is coming up this Thursday, the 26th, right? In your packet, you guys, we never seal these so that they can be reused easily. We just kind of tuck the flap in to help so that they're not all sticky. Underneath here, there's going to be a white piece of paper. It's a 1/4 sheet of basic white, and it's enough for you to do your leaves, your plant here, and there's lots of space left over. So like to make up a little bit for last month, I think I forgot to put a 1/4 sheet in your kits. I hope toy. So I tried to make it up a little bit. Hello, I should say, hola mi amiga, Mimi. Julie says, it works best if you go out and go back in during the live. Don't forget, thumbs up. Oh, thanks so much, Julie. So you guys, I tried to make up a little bit because last month I think I forgot to put the white sheet in. So you have enough room to do your 2 leaves plus this, and then you have a whole chunk left over. So I know some people didn't necessarily do Let's Just Stamp last month, and they're doing it this month, and they don't necessarily need that, but just keep it. It's always nice to have little scraps white around. All right, so that's the top piece, right? Then the next one is the coral. So let's do coral because that is what's the next card in the card packet here. And then after that is, oh, a white, but a white and a yellow. So the yellow one will be second, and we'll do the green one last. Okay. So when you open up your kit, we always try to put the fold down so that you should be able just to pull everything right out and it stays in here. So you'll have 3 gems. Now, we have been, okay, we've been designing with retired gems and ribbon. Sometimes a lot of times I end up with extra packs. And as long as we have enough to kit up for the class, we'll use retired gems. So you're going to see these are a little blast from the past. The same with ribbon. Can you believe it? There's hardly any white ribbon right now. Like they went from having, I'm not complaining, they had 5 different white ribbons and now there's only 1 and it's mixed with a blue ribbon in a combo pack. So if we have enough ribbon from the past or gems, we've been using and pulling them into the cards because it's so nice to have complementary product to the cards and versus not having it, right? Because our goal is always to have ribbon and gems on every card that we design. So in this one, you guys are going to see these. And these were from a fall set, I think, from like 2 years ago, and we did an ink paper scissors on it, and I can't exactly remember the name, but there was 3 or 4 different colors, and maybe we wrote them on here. Hang on, we probably, if you're curious, we might have written on here. They're called Adhesive Back Pearls 163319. Now, not current, definitely retired. So, but if you have them in your arsenal, they are pretty coral color, so they really match the coral card nicely. Okay, this is one of the new embossing folders. It's the hybrid folder with Paradise Garden or Paradise by the Dashboard Light, right? And then you have a white mat for it. So don't confuse this white piece with this, right? Once you get it out, make sure that that stays here. And then what happens is you have a little baby strip here. It's 3/8 inch, and it's for a little sentiment. And we pulled in the banner sayings. So you could have any cute little saying on here. It doesn't have to be happy birthday, but we pulled in happy birthday. And it's a nice font. So we'll use that guy on there in coral ink. And then you've got your little pot, right? This is from Pop Up Petals. And then you'll have a circle that's been punched out already. And then you have your Spotlight in Nature that's cut here. This is a little arm that will go across the back to add a little decoration on the side. This is your garden poetry, or it's the Paradise by the Dashboard Light Suite. Okay, so it has the coral flowers on one side, and this is, some have more yellows, some have more coral, but we're sticking with this side. So that'll go here with that. And then we always double matte Let's Just Stamp. So we chose Petal Pink, and then we have a white for in here. And then this is the 1/4 inch ribbon that is actually retired too. I think it was active or current until maybe about 2 months or 3 months ago. Then it sadly went away. I would love white ribbon like this all the time. So, all right. Hi, Wendy Tick. You'll watch the replay. Too much buffering. Have a great day, my friend. Okay, so we'll just set this over here, and we're going to burnish the edge here. Now, if you guys, I'm watching right along with you, right? So I have not, and I'm not going to say what I haven't seen, but I haven't seen it doing it yet. So I'm going to be happy for that. So we can get a little glue happy for now. What we could do is glue these, the coral to the white. If you are one that likes to die cut out of mats before you glue this together, you could always die cut or punch something out of the middle of that. No one would ever know the difference. And then for this white arm, I've got it 1 1/8 inch from the bottom of the white here. So what we're gonna do, put a little glue here. And I'm gonna guess at first. And then 1 1/8 and 1 1/8. So if you get the ruler out, it'll help it to make sure that you're straight across. And then I just want to make sure I'm flush. If for any reason a bit hangs over, you can always take your scissors and just trim that off. And then now that I have these connected, this can go right onto the front of the card. And then our petal pink piece, glue that on the inside. Now, I didn't do it on this card because I wanted to show you the difference. But on this card, what we did is we took white ink and we sponged it over the leaves. So it's hard to see it, but you can see it. We took white and a dauber and we just lightly hovered over some of the leaves to soften them, to give them a white look. We were really indecisive if we liked that or not. So we went with it, but I wanted to show you the difference, right? Because either way works. All right, then what happens is I have this guy flat, and that goes right in the middle, centered top to bottom, left to right. Now look at your flowers. I can see my flowers going this way. So if I would put it this way, they'd be going upside down. So just be observant of that. So centered left to right, top to bottom. Okay, then this guy, you could stage the back of this already with some dimensionals. We're gonna pop this up, our circle. And I don't think there's any reason why we couldn't put that already in the middle here. So it's centered between the left and right side, complete with cat fur right there. All right, and then centered top to bottom. All right, so it's basically putting that all together. What we could do is a little bit of stamping now. So you've got your piece here, and we have our inside, and we have our circle and our saying. So you're gonna want Calypso Coral ink. Coral. Hi, Kimberly Snow. All right, so we're gonna do happy birthday. And I have it closer to the left side because I'm gonna trim the right side. Go nice, okay. And then what happens is I'm just gonna grab my scissors, go at an angle for there. Okay, so that's done. Then we need Granny Apple Green. And we're gonna grab out that leaf right there. So there are dies for it. I just realized that there's dies for it. And happy birthday. What do you stamp on the inside of a birthday card? Let's see what we did here. Oh man. We did nothing. Oh my goodness. Well, we need to put on there sending lots of sunshine. I love it. We always want sunshine in our life, right? So we're gonna do that and a little leafy. Now remember, this was my quarter sheet mat. This is where you're gonna stamp the Granny Apple. Just put it like right there. Doesn't matter where. And then on our inside, we need a Granny Apple down here. Oh, this is the first card. Sorry, I missed your question. You sure did. She just get started. just got started. That is true. That's it for the Granny Apple. And then with Granny Apple, if you have a Stella pen, what I would highly recommend is, while this is still a little bit wet, you can take your Stella pen and color your leaves. And what that does is you drag the ink color over the white, and it gives them a little shading. So using your Stella pen to color is a wonderful thing. So you can see the difference. It just puts a little bit of green onto each of those leaves. So we're going to do it on this one too. So thank goodness I have a nice Stella pen here. And I was uncertain what my Stella pen was going to be when I got here. Usually I have one that has peacock in it. Okay, so you do want to make sure you color off in case there's any green in it, but there really wasn't. And, okay, so this guy though, we're just going to cut that off of here. It's just a scrap, right? So we're going to use our dies. We're going to die cut that. But before we do that, we're going to finish the stamping. So we have Calypso Coral, and sending lots of sunshine. It's going to go there. And then in the swirl designs, there's a background that I absolutely love. And you can tell it gets loved a lot because it's the only one that has color. So we're going to grab that one. And you're going to need a little scrap paper because you're going to want not first strength. You could do third or second. And we're going to put little lines on the background of our punched out circle. So I'm going to stamp off, wax on, wax off. And then we're going to wax off. And then I'm going to move over here. I'm trying to keep my lines straight though, right? And then we're going to stamp off, come over here. Oh, see, I went a little crooked. It's okay. There's a plant in the middle, right? So if you put that here, you're probably not going to notice that it's not going the same direction. And if you really want, you could start over. And you could go on the back. I know it's hard to see it, but you can see right there, that one went up at an angle. But when you put this here, you're probably not gonna catch that so much. So you could leave it, or you could always flip it over and try in the back, whichever makes you happier. All right, so then that would be it for our Inky Dinky Do time. And I'll bring it back out just a little bit. So there's a die in this set right here. It's that guy right there, actually. And, whoa, labels. So we'll use that die. I have to go get the machine though, because I didn't remember that there was dies for the set. So we'll go grab the cut and emboss machine. Let's just have it staged and ready to go. All right, but this can get glued in, and the circle can get glued down. Okay. Let's grab our inside. So the petal pink was a nice complement to it. Now there's no petal pink really anywhere else in the card, but it did add to it there. And then for this guy, if you ever get a punch or die cut and it's got a little hair hanging on it, not really a hair, a paper hair maybe. Oh, there's the other thing. I could put that thing to the bottom, right? So there you go. It'll get covered up. All right, so there's how that circle will go on here. And what you could do next is grab a little tear-in tape, and underneath the PPYB, all you're going to do is take your ribbon, fold it in half, and slightly offset it. Have the little Humpty Hump at the top, and then your tail's coming out the bottom, right? So something like that. And then flip it over, and you're going to make a little tear and tape sandwich right there. This one could use a little dimensional here, and then I would put a little dimensional right there. Okay, so that's staged. We might use one more right on the end there, I'm not quite certain. All right, so I think it's time I will go grab the little embossing machine, the little die cutting machine. 10 seconds, maybe 15. I'll be right back. Going okay?
Yeah, I made 3 little things, but we're gonna be able to adjust them.
Okay. Okay, I think I have the right setup here. So for the little dude, we use that one. I got that one. It's really curvy, but I think it'll work. We'll put that there. Let's put you. You're more flat. We'll go like that. Good deal. Okay. So we got our little leafy die cut. Careful pulling the washi tape off because sometimes it wants to rip it. So go slow, let it pop off naturally. Right, that die cut really nicely actually, good deal. All right, so for our pot, for those at home, if you really want to, you could take and emboss this with a really pretty embossing folder and give your pot some decoration. You could also stamp something on it. We went for the classic plain look because it looked nice. There's a lot of other things going on, so we let it be. So what I'm going to do is take dimensionals. I'll go like this, that, and this. And then there's a dimensional right there. That's where I've got my plant is going to stick to it. And we'll put one more dimensional right up at the top there. And then this can go so that the pot is kind of near the bottom, centered. Plant going right up through the middle. And it is hanging off the top of the circle, and that's okay. And then this one, we can pick these off. I think while it's not on my card, I'm going to take and cut my tails. So I'll go one here, like that. Hi, Jean Terwilliger. You have a couple of minutes between meetings. Wonderful. Well, thank you for spending your minutes with me. All right, so that's going to go here. I do have room on this side here to put another dimensional. And let's see here. Hi, Anna. This guy can go right there. So put that. So what's happening here is this vase is popped up, and we just popped this up. So what's going to need to happen, it's going to be at an angle slightly. Do you need something?
Well, so I brought 5 because I took that one that was torn.
Oh, got it. So that makes sense. 5 is perfect.
Okay.
Thank you so much. Did you like that I trimmed the sides so that it wasn't so many?
Oh yeah, and I didn't know if you were going to do that originally or not, so that's fine.
That's perfect. Nope, I got them all trimmed up.
Yeah.
Bye. Have a good rest of your day. So I did a double stuff over here. And that helps keep that side. So now it's completely even. Now, if you wanted, you could have had this side flat without dimensionals and then just did one set of dimensionals, but it's okay. I like it like that. What you could Stella, besides the plant, you could also Stella your pot here. And you could also go around the edges. Like that. Okay, and then the gemsies. You've got 3 of them. They're all the same size. Hi, Becky Gandolfo. You caught me live again. Yay. So these are all the same size. So there wasn't a big and a small and a medium. They were just all the same size. So I would put 2 up there, and I like 1 down the bottom right corner. And we got her. Yay. Sending lots of sunshine to your birthday friend. Perfect. Okay. So that is the coral inspired card. And the next one we're going to do is even more cheerful. Like this one's bright and cheerful. The next one's even more so. I love it. All right, so let's grab the yellow-ishest one. Yellow, you're going to need some daubers though. And some pumpkin pie ink. And we also are going to need yellow, Daffodil Delight. So on this one, I've got the Sending Lots of Sunshine again, and You Brighten My Day. So we need to clean, though, some of the stamps because we're reusing them and we don't want to cross-contaminate colors. So there's just a couple here. We'll clean, put them away right away. Okay, now this one, when you open your kit, it's going to be a white, thick white card base, and it'll be the one that has yellow in the inside. Now, we pulled in another retired gem. These are some gold gems that came out not this past fall, but the fall before, if I'm not mistaken, with a Christmas set. So this one had a small, a medium, and a large. And what we did is I've got 3 large ones, so they must have given me all large ones. I got special. So this is, there's 2 different daffodil mats, right? So the top mat is going to be, well, the way I opened up my kit. If you open it up, yeah, because the ribbon, we usually put that on the bottom. So the top one here is actually your inside piece. Then the next white piece is what mats into it, right? So we have a double mat for the inside. This smaller piece is for your designer paper to go on. So you've got this piece right here, and that should nestle near the top. And then you have an embossed piece with that same leaf folder that goes on the bottom. Now, we did it intentionally because we wanted this yellow strip to go through the middle. So you're not going to have them meeting in the middle, right? You have a great divide there. And now we bridge the gap with a yellow bridge, all right? Then you're going to have the vellum stylish shaped circle. You're going to have the label. I have 2. Wow, okay. Well, let's see what happens there. That's not supposed to be. They were stuck together a little bit. When I picked them up, though, I felt that there were 2. So if that happens, don't be concerned. We generally cut at the end to make it whole because they've looked through it and they can't find it. So then here's the yellow leaf. That's part of the die set, right? So if we look over here at our dies, that is the leaf. Must be upstairs. And then there's a flower here. So, yep, the flower comes from this one too. Now, they gave me these kits specifically because I can work through things, right? So sometimes the die doesn't always get cut 100% and it gets stuck. And hi, big boy. Are you coming to say hello to the gals and the guys that are watching? Yeah, Mom. Just want to say hi. Just passing through. Nothing to see here, officer. So you just need to take if this happens to you, if you ever get anything like this, all you got to do is take your scissors and just do the final assist. Now, generally, we try not to give you stuff like this. We generally try. But you guys, when you're cutting, they cut probably 10,000. I could say easily they could cut 10,000 die cut things in a monthly basis. So you just use your scissors and help with the assist there. Okay. Hi. What's up? What's up? What's up, big boy?
Can you come and get them?
You can come get him if you want. You need love, don't you? Yeah? Gloria's going to give you some love, buddy. Oh, here's the big boy. Oh, yeah. He's just like a little baby. Okay. So then, what's underneath here is one last little piece of white ribbon. Another thing that I love this white. It was a 1/2-inch white ribbon. This one came out last year, and we had just a few rolls left, so we got to use that. And that's everything that we have in the kit, right? So let's go ahead and burnish. Hi, Sherry Martin. Hello, Mary Carls. So we're going to go ahead and burnish our edges here. Get them so they're nice and crisp. All right, first things first. Let's go ahead and get some things glued. So we can go ahead and flip these upside down. And we'll glue them. And we might as well get our glue ready here on the inside mat. We can glue that in. So that new embossing folder with the leaves is very nice. It matches a lot of things that are plant or foliage themed. So figure out which way you want it to go. I think I like mine like that. If you do your paper fitting first and you need it to be trimmed, you could do that before you put glue on it. All right, so I'm trying to get the same margin on the top and the 2 sides. And then this guy goes down there. And then this one can go in here right away. And then we have our yellow arm that goes through the middle. So on this, if we're looking at it, I have it pretty much centered over that area. And I'm gonna put just a line of glue right there. Then I'm also gonna put a little bit of clear glue on each long edge. And this should go end to end, right? Now, if you wanna see a little more DSP, or if you wanna see more orange, you could move it up or down a hair, right? That's no problem. And the other thing is I like to get this glued and then flip it over. And if you have any little bit hanging over the edge, hi. What's up, big boy? Oh, you want your blankie. I know what you want.
Came back?
Yeah, he wants his blankie. It's on my chair. I think he'll be happy now, though.
Okay, all right.
You gonna go snuggle in the blankie? Yeah, Mom, but why'd you throw it on the floor? No, I thought you gonna jump down again. Oh, poor bigger Tigger. Okay, so we got that glued on, and now you're gonna need 2 tear-in tapes, waiting in the wings, and then 2 are gonna go right behind where that yellow arm is. Hi, should we put you on the floor? No, no, you wanna be right here, huh? Okay, just what you want. You want Mom. Yeah, Mom.
You come again?
No, he'll be fine. We'll let him get a little love here for a second. And then I'm gonna plop him on the floor. He's looking for a little love. Aren't you, buddy? Yeah, Mom, I just want to be near you. Okay. Did I tell you to stop petting me? All right, so you're just going to, from the front, I like to look at it from the front, and then I know that the tape is back there, so I can just wrap it around. So you have these 2 waiting in the wings, and then what we can do is pop those on right there, and then pick those off. And you're going to use a little bit of liquid glue on the back of the yellow, and then that's going to go. Oh, you know what I did? Well, here's the thing. I popped it up with dimensionals, right? So you can see here, I got black dimensionals. Well, I forgot that I did that. So this one, I got glue. It's okay. It's a horse apiece. You can do whatever you want. If you like things to be popped up a little bit more, go ahead and pop it up. Pop it up. And if you don't want it popped up, you can do it flat. So from your vantage point, they look the same, except for you can see a shadow there. And that shadow is because it's popped up. Well, hello. Like, you're ignoring me, Mom. Here, buddy. Let's put you onto your blankie right here. There you go. All right. So, got that done. Let's get some ink out. So we need You Brighten My Day and that is back on the stamps, which are right over here. And then we've already got the sunshine out. So when you stamp the You Brighten My Day, it needs to stay to the left because the flower does occupy some of the real estate on the right. Okay, so you're going to use pumpkin pie and a little bit to the left. So I've got it centered top and bottom and then to the left like that. Okay, then you have a dauber. The dauber, what we did is we used it on the yellow to kind of make the yellow leafy thing match it more with the pumpkin. So really lightly sponging the edges. I mean, the yellow looks fine, but it blends in and becomes more cohesive with a little bit of oranginess. Oh, the birds are chirping. My mom said there was a cardinal outside today by me. Means it's really turning into be a spring climate now. All right, so just getting some orange on our leaves. All right, just one more to go. And you guys know that if you ever see a card that I've made and that you get a kit for and you're not like, oh man, I hate the orange on there, you don't have to do it. You can do whatever you want. You could even have used Daffodil Delight or Crushed Curry to do your blending. You didn't have to do the orange. Okay, so that's orange there, but there's one thing else here. Our inside has sending lots of sunshine right there. Good. And then we also have, oh, a little baby leaf on the inside. Let's see here. There's also a cute little flower in here, so I think I might just use the flower. And the flower looks cute, and I think I might do that in, ooh, orange or yellow. Orange or yellow. Let's go with yellow. So we have Daffodil Delight here. And we're going to put a little yellow flower. Oh, maybe we'll put it up by the saying here. Fits right in there. Okay, so I changed it up, right? You guys, they're your cards. You can do whatever you want as long as you're happy. You could also put it in the corner, wherever. Doesn't matter. Then that's it for the inside. We need one more dauber here. What about the ribbon? What about the ribbon? Rosie, which card are you? So I'm ahead of you guys. I'm already onto the yellow card, and I just first saw my first buffering sign. So I don't know when you asked about the ribbon, Rosie. I'm not quite certain if you're talking about the first card or the second card. I think I got ribbon on the first one, and we've got ribbon on this one now. And I'm just adding a little bit of yellow to the edges of the flower. Okay. Just adding a little Daffodil Delight. So we've got a little variegated flower. And that would be it for the daffodil. Okay, so what we can do is glue in our mat for the inside. Like this. Perfect. So again, bright and cheerful. If you have your Stella pen, you could work around your flower here and fill it in a little bit. Got ribbon goes behind the whole panel. Yep. Okay. All right. So then we have this right here. This circle actually will slide underneath here. And what we want to do is put a little tear-in tape. So when it comes to vellum, I like tear-in tape or glue dots. I don't necessarily like liquid glue because it makes it get warpy. And for now, what we're going to do is put 2 tracks of tear-in tape, keeping them horizontal. Now you can slide this underneath here. And we're about, I don't know, less than a ½ inch from the left. So it's heavy on the left, less on the right, because this right side gets the flower and the leaf. So something about this, and we're centered top to bottom, I would say. If you need to get your ruler out, you could, unless you're a good eyeballer. And then for this guy, what happens is this is going to get adhered, and I've got the right edge here lined up with the right edge of the vellum circle. So you can grab your dimensionals, and we'll pop the label up. And then the other thing we did pop up is the flower. So you can put one in there. Then remember the right edges are lined up. And this distance is about the same as the yellow. So that should line up nicely. You see the ribbon tucking out there. And what happens, I have, so it's great when you have one sample. You can kind of line things up. Right, so it kind of comes together where those first 2 leaves are just being seen around the edge. And then what happens is we need to add a little bit more adhesive back here. So I'll grab a glue dot and put that right over the stem there. And then the little glue dot, or the little dimensionals work great for this. So I can add some of those. They're just small enough that they'll fit on these leaves. Okay. And I think I'm gonna do one more. One more, then we go. There it is. Now, for this guy, he needs a smaller one. So what you could do is take on the edge of your dimensionals here, you could make a skinny little dude right there. And put that there. I think we're good now. So that was actually two more. All right. So that fits right about there. And then this kind of fills in like that. Okay. Feline, hello. Coming in late. You're on vacation this week. Oh, I love it. And you have your grandkids through the week. Oh, enjoy every minute with them that you can. Oh, I love it. That's so exciting. I've got one on the flower and then two over there. Now, I ended up with 3 big ones. I don't know if that's because we got to the end and I think I might have told them that was okay to give me 3 big ones. Now, I think mostly everybody else probably got a big, a medium, and a small because the medium and the small look nice over there. I think we got to the end and all they had left was large ones. And I said, well, just give them to me. They're a little bit more obnoxious, but it's okay. Whoever gets this card can figure it out, right? Because in the mail, I'll be honest with you, mail these bigger ones like this and this popped up like this, you need some sort of a cushion or a cardboard over that. Otherwise, it's going to be thicker than a 1/4 inch for mailing. Okay, so what you could Stella. Wow, so one of the things that I realized is I would have loved to Stella this yellow leaf, but you can't do it now that you've got that ink on there. So if I would have Stella this first and then blended ink on it, it would have worked. But you could just Stella a little bit on the... Oh, you could Stella ribbon. So you could Stella the ribbon a little bit here. Okay, that's good. Oh, you could Stella all of your designer paper, all the florally leaf things on the, because that won't bleed or blend. Perfect. Rosie says she always gets her fingers full of ink. I had my fingers full of ink yesterday. All right, so there's our yellow Ishus card. Love it. So we've got the coral one done. And we've got the yellow one done. Next is the greeny one. So let's bring that one in and see what happens. Okay, I'm gonna put this out there that I had Karen Wetstein and Judy Immel, both know, like in-person people to me, when they got their kits, they didn't have this label, right? So there's a label that's supposed to be here. So I did I did email about the PDF tutorial. I emailed it out. I actually did it last night, but I scheduled it to go in everybody's inboxes at 7 a.m. this morning. You guys, I wasn't up at 7 a.m., I promise. I did it like at midnight last night, scheduled it. And I did put a little disclaimer in there that a couple people had told me that they were missing this label from their kit. Now, I don't know how that happened because some people had it and 2 people didn't. So you should probably, even if you're not going to put these cards together right now, you should go into your kit. It's the last one underneath the golden ticket. Go in and see if it's missing the label. I haven't looked in my kit. We're going to do it together and I'm going to see if it's there. And if it's not there, then I'm thinking maybe more people than not don't have them. But I don't know how it wouldn't have gotten in there. I don't. But we'll figure it out. So you have the circle. That's vellum. If you are missing this label and you don't have this die set, because the label it is part of this die set. I promise it is. It's right there. It's in there. Mine's just being used for a different card for kitting or prepping right now. So if you don't have the die set and you can't cut your own and you want this, send me an email and I'll put it in your April package when it mails out. Or if you're not getting something from me in April, I can just put it in an envelope and mail it to you. No problem. The other option too is you could cut a square and you could just nip off the corners, which is what I was going to do, but I just happened to have this in the last kit extra. So you guys, this is the turtle ribbon. So that turtle set that's in the annual catalog, I'm still planning to do a fun folds class with that. So, yeah. So if you are interested in the turtles yet, I'm still planning a class so that we can get that done. This is really long because what happens is this goes like this, and it's going to come up and around like that. Okay. So that's why you have so much ribbon. It's a lot more than normal. And then on your inside, you'll have a double matting, the white with the shaded spruce. Okay. And the ladybug parts, right? So Michelle Forn, if you're still watching, you could make this purple somehow. And, oh, yep, mine is missing too. Okay, so this is the Paradise Garden paper again. And then there's a green mat, all right? Now, the cool thing about this is Rhonda embossed this for you. And she only did a section on the right-hand side, which is really cool. It gives it texture on the right. So I'm going to show you what we're going to do. If you guys, I gave you a lot of white here. I'm going to show you what we're going to do in case you don't have a label in your kit. All right. So we've got that burnished. What you can do is glue these two together, and you can glue your little ladybug parts together. Hi, Mary Lemke. All right. So we're going to have that staged, and then this one goes right onto our shaded spruce. Do your dry fittings, you guys, to see if you want to trim DSP at all, but mine was good. Right, so that's good to go. Again, if anybody is needing me to die cut a label for you, I'm happy to do it. And I'm going to show you, though, what you can do if you don't have it. So this is good to do with a black dimensional back here. So that's staged and ready to go. And then you're going to need the tear-in tape here. And what you're going to do is you want two waiting in the wings. Hi, Kathy Booker. Hi, Kathy. Your swap cards came. So they were in the mail today. So we are in line here that we're covering up the seam where the embossing is, right? So we're going to put our tear-in tape right here. And we're going to put our tear-in tape right there. So you can pick those off. And you want the dark green side up. And if you're curious about distance, from a distance, okay, 1 1/4 inch. So something like that. You're going to catch the tear-in tape like that. Bring it straight down the back side here, and then bring it up. All right, but before we get crazy, we can make sure everything's nice and kosher. Good distance away. 1 1/4 and about 1 1/4, so you can pick that up and move it. And what's really cool, so let's just show you the inside. You do to get to see the green ribbon, and it matches the green, so it's really pretty that you get to see that ribbon on the inside, right? That looks nice. All right, so now we can get crazy and adhere the rest of our ribbon down so that it doesn't come apart later in life. This is going to get popped up with dimensionals. White or black, doesn't matter. But I would like to do 6 of them, like that. All right. I do have it, it's a little bit more to the left than the right. And I have it more to the bottom than the top, by a little bit. So it's kind of heavy on this bottom left corner. But you don't have to, you could always center it if you want. But I'm gonna go right about there. Everything good, Gloria? Okay. So that's where we have that. Okay. So there's a circle, which is here. That's going to fit so that it's just barely touching it's just to the DSP edges on both of those. But you're going to want to use tear-in tape or glue dots. And what we're going to do is run them right through the middle because you won't see that. I'll worry about putting more adhesive once I get my leaves on there. But for now, we're going to line it up with the DSP here and over here. it pretty much ends over here too. So, but you could lightly put that down. Grab your scrap here. You have plenty, right? So unfortunately, I don't have the label in your kit. You know, you might. Some got it, some didn't. I don't know how that worked, but it's 2 1/4 by 1 1/2. All right, so you've got this piece right here. And I have a cutter over here. Let me go grab it really quick. I know that the label is prettier than what I'm about to do, but for those of you that want to get your card done and you're okay with it, super cool, what you could do is it's 2 1/4 by 1 1/2. So you could go, this piece of paper was in with your kit, and what we'll do is do 1 1/2 by 2 1/4, because that is the size of it. Okay, so that's the size of our label. So we could go with it. You don't see these two sides, but you see these two. And what you could do, just to give it a little bit of character, you could nip the corners like that. So we created our own cutesy little label. Okay, now, and that's only because it's most likely maybe not in your kit. I apologize. It happens. I do know on this one that the vellum circle almost got missed, and I caught it that it wasn't in the kit. We got that fixed, but it happens, you guys. So not often, but it does happen. So we need shaded spruce ink, and we need 2 leaves. So this leaf is part of the set. Hi, Kari Dwyer. Margie's missing her label. Yes, so Margie and anybody else who's taking this class, I listed your name off. Decide what you want to do. If you want to go the route of cutting the piece, it's 2 1/4 by 1 1/2, and we're going to make our own, because you had white, you've got the white paper here, right? And you still even have a little bit left. And then the other thing, we stamped a leaf on the inside, and we put Sweet Springtime in there. So everything is with the green ink. So we're going to put this guy here. And then before so this is another good one where you use your Stella pen and drag the color. If you drag the color, it fills them in. So you're not necessarily adding a lot of color. If you want to pull out, I think there's shaded spruce blends. You could always pull out your shaded spruce blends, but I feel like this was enough just to give it a soft, if you look at it, you can see the difference between the two. It's just a little softness. And if you have a juicier Stella pen, you'll maybe get more ink blending. But, can you hear that? My Stella's not very full. But there's just enough in here. I think I'm going to be able to make it happen. Okay, so there's that, and then as long as I'm at it, I'll do this last one. They could also check to see if they have 2 stuck together in the other card. Yeah, exactly. Yep, you got it, Donna. It happened. I mean, I had it. So honestly, you guys, if you call me and say, hey, can you send me a die cut? I have 3 of them right here. I can put a Post-it note on it. And I don't mind adding it to your April package if you want to hold off on putting this card. You could get this card all kind of set and then just add the label when it comes. I like to make things right, so definitely reach out if you want it. There's no green in there, so that's good. And then we need the stamps that say, Celebrate New Beginnings and Sweet Springtime. So we need this little flower guy to be done. Squeaky, squeaky, squeaky. And this, okay. So the Sweet Springtime can go on the inside. Good. And here's our label. Now, when we do our label, it's to the right more, okay? So I'm gonna, and it's north of the equator of the middle, right? Because we have 2 gems that go down at the bottom. Okay, very good. Again, you guys, I made my own label because it wasn't technically in my kit. You've got white pieces here that are left over that you can use. You can use that. And it was 2 1/4 by 1 1/8. Or if you have the dies, springtime scenes, you could use your scrap of white that I had left here. You know, I had a bunch left. You could always use your scrap and die cut it if you want to. So you've got enough white paper to make it happen, just not necessarily that label. You might have a different label that would absolutely work great too. So there is a leaf die that you could pull out of the set if you have it. Otherwise, get happy with your fussy cutting. So for now, we're going to not lose those stamps and grab the die cutting machine back. All right, so we'll put him in here. Oh, so as I did that, it started to twist my die. So you want to always watch it while you're putting your blade or your plate down. Hi, Sherry Ott. Gotta be very careful. Oh, that little guy stuck there. Careful with your washi tape. Okay, then this here. Good. So if you don't have these dies, right, if you're a beginner just starting out and you don't have a little die cutting machine, or let's say you bought the stamp set, you can definitely just fussy cut them with your scissors. And the exciting news is that we don't currently have the scissors because they are out at the moment. They are looking for a new supplier. They will be coming soon. No, they made a little mistake and published them in the preview, the product preview, but they made an announcement saying that they aren't quite ready to put them on pre-order yet. So they're coming soon though. So what we can do is glue these 2 things together. Let's zoom out a little there. All right, so these are going to be our 2 inside pieces. So let's grab this one first. So white is definitely the non-color, the absence of color bringing all of our cards together. All right. Thanks, Marlene. All right, so there's our inside. Super cool. So to do this with the embossing, all you do is you line up your embossing folder on one part and run it through. You just don't put the whole thing. The other option too is you could have run the whole thing through and emboss the front and the back. That's a cool technique too. Remember, we made our little label, and I'm gonna pop up on the side here. So just 2 here. And then what I'm gonna do is pop up my leaves just on the tips there. And then my ladybug's already ready to go. Then grab your glue dots and you can stage a glue dot by each leaf here. And then you could use glue dots right like that. Perfect. Okay. So there's a way that this all goes. And you've got your little label slightly overhangs the green edge. I never get worked up if I am missing a label. I have a ton of label dies to choose from in your stash. Thank you. I appreciate that. You know, and that is a good point. Labels are an easy thing to easily make on your own if you need to. So this is going to go up like that, or that one's going to go sideways, and then this one goes like that. And then this little guy is going to get staged like that. So that's how that's going to come together, right? So what we could do is that label was in a good spot. All we have to do is pick off the backs, right? And then this one, you got to pick off this back. And I've got it so it kind of just hits the green down there a little bit. And the little tail is kind of like that. Oh, but it depends on where you stamp your sentiment too. So it needs to, ooh, so that's why. Okay, I have this down a little bit too low. So let's see if this comes off. Oh man, there it is. Okay, it was a little bit low, so we're gonna move it up a hair. Otherwise, you're not gonna have enough room for your leaf down here. There. That's better. Okay, so that one's good to go. This one is tucked underneath, so you can just lift that up. Oh, it's so cute. Okay, so we got that. I love it. And then the little ladybug's just hanging out. I think this one might be my favorite card out of all of them. Which is really hard because I absolutely love the yellow one and I love the coral one. I just love this cutesy patootsy little ladybug. Oh, he's adorbsy. Oh. Oh, can you tell I'm excited? I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it a lot. Okay. So Marlene loves the ladybug too. I loved how the leaves did that. Like, when Diane and I were designing this, we couldn't, it came together, but we struggled a little bit on how the leaf placement was going to work. But then we only had 2 leaves in this, and then it was like we needed the vellum circle, and the vellum circle kind of like just brought it together back there. So you can Stella your ribbon, so don't forget to do that. You could Stella a little bit of that. Okay, so these gems are iridescent dots. I believe they were, I feel like they were part of the annual catalog, or they were an online exclusive. I don't remember. They were from like last May or so. And you've got some of those. So I've got a medium one and I got 2 small. And I think you either got that. Are you out of here? Give me a hug. Thank you so much.
Yep.
I'll see you in the morning.
Yep, okay.
Thank you.
Let me know if you don't understand
Your notes?
just 3 little things were on, but I think 2 of them for sure you'd be okay, the other one, we'll see.
We'll see. Okay. All right. Thanks, Gloria. All right. So then I've got a little guy here. So these are the iridescent pearls. They have this greeny hue to them. And when we pulled them out and set them with the card, we thought, oh, they really bring out, and they match really nice. They really bring out the green. They match the ladybug's eyes, right? Just kidding, they don't. I don't know if the ladybug has any eyes, but the green really matched the card nicely. So, oh yeah, so good. So good. So good, right? Sweet Caroline, ha ha ha. All right, we did it. We did it. All right, we've got our 3 cards, all vertical. I didn't even realize that till right now. We've got lots of white, so a lot of monochromatic going on, like coral with white, yellowy orange with white, and then the greeny with the white. So, all right, we got them done. Margie says, I haven't set at home, will cut and get home. Perfect. I appreciate that. You guys, and again, you still even have a few little bit of scraps left here because I did short you something last month, and I believe it was for stamping flowers on. It was just a white piece. So I thought by giving everybody a quarter sheet, because I really only needed to give you enough to do 2 leaves and that, I thought by giving you a quarter sheet, that left a lot left over to make up for last time. Yeah, and then here we don't have a label in. So it's really crazy though, because Diane did the in-person class back on the 18th, right? So like last week, Wednesday. And Judy didn't have a label, but the other 4 people had labels. So we don't understand quite what really happened. I just know that there was potentially going to be an issue. So if, again, I'm going to say it one more time. If you need the label sent to you, just send me an email. Say, I need the ladybug label, or the label for the ladybug card, right? I will put your name on a Post-it note, and if you have a shipment coming to you in April, I will add it to that shipment. I'll put it in a little plastic bag so it's easy to spot, and we'll go from there. And if you don't, and you're okay with it, you don't have to tell me anything because then I know you're good. So good is good. All right, I'm gonna just clean these up really quick so I can put these away. And we're gonna spend a little time going through my bag. I think I just cleaned these, but you know what? Twice is better than none. And we're gonna go a little time going through Prize Patrol stuff that I got, little pillow gifts I got. And we'll put these back. Oh, it's like putting a puzzle together, but you don't know what it's supposed to look like, right? And they don't seem to ever go back in the same order. And then that guy can go there, and then that one fits there. Okay, good, good, and good. All right, so that was, love this set. Okay, this just came back in stock. It was out. It was out from before the pre-order, like the pre-order had started for us in February, and the set went out pretty much in the middle of February, and it just came back last week. I think it came back on Friday or Thursday of last week. So I will leave these extra labels in the back in case somebody calls and says, send me labels, please. And that's a scrap. And then here's our, oh, you know what? That's so funny. There's one more. So here's what happens. Now, because I couldn't see where to put the stamps, I have one stamp sitting right there yet. So what you have to really get in the habit of doing is counting. So there's supposed to be 12. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Yup, I would have completely forgot that that stamp belonged over here. And then now it's finding a happy home for it. I guess we'll stick it right there then. Okay. So apparently, they showed us at convention last week, there's going to be a new way that you're going to be able to match up your stamps. I don't know, something like that. There's like a template so that you don't have to go through the process of counting your stamps every single time. All right, so there's that one. Here's this one. That little guy goes there. All right. So the stamps that we used again were banner sayings, just to get a little baby saying, swirled designs for some background texture, and our springtime scenes, the bundle got used. So, all right, Connie Moore, I don't know if you caught it, but your package arrived today. So we're gonna have a Share, Create, Inspire on Wednesday at 2 o'clock. All right, one more label there. All right, let's see what you guys are saying. Anybody likes, oh, you guys aren't done watching, ha ha ha. So I'm gonna keep going then, because you guys will tell me your favorite when the time comes. All right, so there's that, and then this, and put these in here, and, oh man, like putting 10 pounds of something into a 5-pound bag. All right, there it is. So I do have all the palooza cards here sitting here yet. I think we're down to 5 paloozas. So if anybody was still interested in getting in on the 16 card class, it was an event though. It was more than a class. It was a class on steroids. It was the spring paper palooza. We have down to 5. Now we made 96. Down to the last 5. All ready for you. So very pretty. I got the PDF tutorial already emailed out to everybody. And it's all ready to go if anybody wants to get on that yet. Okay, so we'll do the swap cards first. So we had a customer swap every month. And so people can choose to sign up or not. And we had about, I think 4 people here that joined us for the January customer swap. So right now they're working on making the cards for the March swap. So this one comes to us from Elaine Rebeck. And she used, it was a Sweet Conversations. I think that's where the DSP came from. And there was a heart punch with some blushing bride pink paper, which is really cool. She made a little Valentine's Day card for us. So that in January, the theme was Valentine's Day. So what I do as being the host, I get a set of cards. And then the cards that I get, I donate them to different organizations in town that are looking for cards for people. So I can pay them forward. And then this one is, no name on it. So I don't, oh, but this is cool. Well, that's neat. I could go back and look to see who the 4th person won. So this one, I believe, is Anna. That's Anna's writing. So current Stampin' Up! In colors Bubble Bath, Highland Heather, Real Red, Sunshine and Tulips, and Garden of Love. Very cool. So this is Anna Rebedu. Very good. So this is, oh, it's just like one of those spinner cards. Very cool. Oh, she used some little white hearts. Very cool. And then each side has a different look to it. Very cool. Good job, Anna. All right, so then we had Anna and Elaine, and then this one is from Leslie McMinn. And so this one is the Valentine's Day set from last year, if I'm not mistaken. Oh, this is the heart folder that just was in the, it's in the current catalog. Very cool. And then a stylish shaped circle with the bubble bath ribbon. Very cool. Okay, so that one was Leslie. So that would mean, is that Mary Lemke? Were you part of January, Mary Lemke? This is customer swap. Oops, not the right thing. In January, we had, oh, Mary Lemke, Leslie, Elaine, and Anna. Okay, so this was Mary Lemke's card. Okay, good job, Mary Lemke. I'm not sure if you are watching or not. What she did is she has a score line here with the card cut off, and then she added a triangle, and then she uses that triangle as a tucker for it, and it's cute. Very good. All right, so that is Miss Mary Lemke's card. All right, and then for one of the cards, it comes with an envelope so that we have that to donate, and then we're set. Okay, so we also have from February, the customer swap. So Mary Lemke was part of this one. You guys are loving the ladybug one. Yay, I love the ladybug. It's the perfect pop of red on the green card. Yeah, and it didn't even look Christmassy. We were so worried that it was gonna look Christmassy, but it doesn't at all. It's so awesome. All right, oh, very good. Look at that. Oh, so Mary used here Sending Lots of Sunshine. Yep, and then Sweet Springtime, and this is the die set. Right here's the label, yay. So this is Mary's card. Very good, and then we also have a card here from Elaine Reedbeck. Okay, the lollipop, lollipop, ooh, ooh, the lollipop. I'm glad it's your birthday. Okay, so this was a set from, oh, I'd have to say 5 or 6 years ago, this candy set. I have a whole sampler that I did with it. Very cool. And then, oh, these are the gems, you guys. So these gems right here, they're in the same package that these gems, I'm pretty certain that those gems are in the same package as them. Or these are the ones from the Magic of the Night. I'm not quite, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe these are Magic of the Night. I don't always remember. Sometimes they have lots of similar things, but good job, Elaine. And then we also have here, this is from Anna. So stamps that, oh, look at this, springtime. Okay, spring theme. Sorry, spring theme. She used Brilliant Blue cardstock, which is an oldie. The Memorable Blooms die right here. Sun Prince DSP and the Chic dies. Oh, right there, those flowers that pop in. Nice corner card here. And You Are Remarkable for the stamps. Very cool. I like it. A nice bow on there. I have a hard time giving ladybugs and bumblebees away. Yeah, I know, right? It is hard because they're so cute. All right, so that one's a great card from Anna. And then the last one comes from Kathy Booker, Colorado. All right, let's see. It's like tricking me how to open this. Oh my goodness. There it is. Okay. I couldn't see it and I couldn't feel it. So Kathy made this card for us from Aurora, Colorado. And she used the little bees. I love it, with some petunia pop ribbon. And then some gemsies on the inside. Very pretty. They look like rhinestones that are colored a little bit of green. It's a book card. Very good. All right. So that's great. So that's what we have for February and January, just to give you guys some more ideas. Okay. So we made it through that pile. Then I need to go back here to my book and put some numbers down. I think I failed to do that. So we've got Nina's 1, Debbie will be 2, and 3 to Mary Hodges, 4, 5. Okay, so we have 5 people who placed orders to get the class for free. Let's go like this. So we'll do random number generator, and we'll put 5 in here. 5, generate. Number 5, look at that. The last number goes to Lynn Beasley. She's a lucky duck winner. She won a stamp set last week too. Okay, so we got that done. Very nice. Then I promised Karen Forward, she just popped in here before class. I promised her that I would share this. You guys, hot off the press. She just made it. It's a Summer Fun in the Sun sampler. She's doing the class on April 20th in the Hive at 6 p.m. It's $24 to do the class, and it does not include the frame. So you could always get the frame at Michael's. I think that's where these frames come from. They're 9x9s. And it's a hot mess to read this, but her phone number is listed there, and her email is Fortifear. I have a hard time with it. It's F-O-R-T, so Fort, and then I-F-F-R-E, okay? So fortifre@hotmail.com. So that's her information. She'll be creating, she's got a Facebook page as well. and we'll have this posted on there. So if you want to do this, she's offering this with to-go kits too. So you don't have to be here in person for the class on the 20th. I think that we can coordinate that if you want to take this class with her and have it mailed in the April packages. I think we can coordinate that. I think our April classes are set to mail on the 8th of April. And that means that people who are getting, like, so I have game night on the 9th. So you won't have your packages in time for game night unless there is if the only class you're getting is game night and we have it kitted up back here. I could ship game night by itself. But if you want to consolidate all your classes and have a mail all together, we're looking at shipping on the 8th for all things April. And that means that you'd have your package in time for almost everything else the rest of the month. But I think it's just game night that we're going to miss. So just, I think that Karen is going to plan to have this ready for you guys if you want to have this mailed. She's got lemonade on there too. That's so cool. Lots of purple little flowers in here. So this is Karen Forward Summer Fun in the Sun sampler. Okay, so that I wanted to share with you. So let's take a drink of water. One moment, please. I'm gonna bring this bag up here. And we're gonna see what's all in here. I haven't looked in here in a week. So, all right. We got some projects to do, like some make and take stuff. So it was called the product experience. So they had all the stuff that you could go walk around and experience, the new ink pads and stuff. And I didn't do that, you guys. I worked on other things like talking with fellow demonstrators and hanging out and doing all the other things. And I don't even know what's all in here. Okay. So coloring techniques. So we got some paper and some flip flaps. And then I think if you guys watch Patty Bennett or watch her, follow her channel, she just shared this. Like, honestly, Patty Bennett went through and did all of it and she shared a picture of it. I didn't do mine. I'm a slacker. I'm going to wait and do this when I get the products here at home. And then here's some vellum that they have that you could color on. So yeah. That's what's in here. So this was part of the product playground that you could do, like practice experiencing stuff. Okay, so that's what that was. Okay, I got a pretty card here. I'm just gonna start pulling things out of my bag little by little. This one comes to us from Colleen Morrow. Yay, Colleen. So she is Judy Sharp's downline, and they hung out with us a bunch. And oh, look at this. So cool. So Everyday Arches. And then she used some of that new Delicate Whispers paper. And then this is for a gift card or a greeting that you can put on here. So cool. Oh, those little blue flowers are so pretty. Okay, so that was from Colleen. I love it. Good job. And this guy is an empty bag, so we don't need that. All right, we got some Bit of Honeys. This is from Georgine. That's adorable. So some Bit of Honeys, and to love what we do and share what we love as we help others enjoy creativity and worthwhile accomplishments, and this would make a difference. That's the statement of the heart. And that's so cool. She put that on a little clipboard here. So that little guy, and she put little bees and has it tucked behind like this. So it's a little decoration that we can put up. Look at that, it's so adorable. The little pot of honey there. So she made a little clipboard for us. Super cool. All right. So that, and then I gotta save you guys, I gotta save the candy out because otherwise if I don't eat that right away, that gets sticky. Okay, that's from Georgine Darbo. She's a Be Happy stamper. This one is from Karen Forward. Karen Forward is the gal who just made that sampler that I showed off. She made these little clutches. They're super adorable. I got a purple one. Of course I picked a purple one. And inside is a cute little scissors charm. And it's a little bit big for a scissors charm. Like, I feel like it'd be a lot to have that on your scissors a lot. So I will probably hang this from something else. It's adorable though. Like, I could definitely see this on the scissors. But look at, she even found these amazing bees that she attached on here. So Karen does jewelry as well. So I want to get her set up to help us do a little class sometime. So there's that. It was so pretty. And then this cute little clutch is where that was in. So she made, it has this cute little, now I don't believe that the purse and its components were Stampin' Up dies, but it was so cute. I didn't care, right? It's just adorable. Look at the little handle, it's so cute. Okay, you guys, it's the little things that get me excited, right? All right, so there's that. And then we have here, this is from Bonnie Lesperance. And she's got in a cute little bag. I haven't even, I'm gonna open it, I'm going for it. I hate ripping designer series paper, but I don't have an option. So she's got here, she made a little bee hug. Here's a little bee hug for you. Keep it in your hand or in your pocket to remind you whether you feel up or down. I'll be wherever you are. I may be a tiny bee, but I will always be here whenever you need a little cheer. Ah, so cute. So Bonnie had that for OnStage gift for us, and so cute. So she's got this little triangle box, and it's got a little Velcro dot, and she's got candy in here. And one moment, please. There's more. Hi, Melanie boy. Look at this little guy. I believe that this is also a little scissors charm. And that needs to go through here. And we'll fix this. There it is. Okay. And then it's got the little honeycomb and a little bee and a little flower. So this, again, you put this through here. And that hooks like this. And now you've got, right, a little scissors charm. So, oh, we were watching during OnStage, and I think it was Natalie or it was somebody who had a scissors charm on, and she accidentally cut it. So, but super cutesy. All right, so cute. And then chocolates. All right, I have to start a pile for the food on the side so that we can put that in the candy dish. Now, this is an adorable box. I have a feeling that this is going to be one of our pillow gifts for an upcoming event because I feel like it's so cute. I love it. Okay, nice. Little bee hug is adorable too. All right, so that's that. And the next thing I'll show you, this was on my pillow. So I roomed with Julie Bierschbach. So this was on our pillows. Kelly and I both got one. So inside was 1,000 Wishes lotion, a Snickers. Marsha. Do you need a Snickers bar? And then a little lip gloss. Oh man, I definitely need this right here because I used to have, this guy is almost done. I'm like, even complete with a rhinestone on it. So that one's almost gone. So I probably need to put this right there so that I have some lip gloss when I need it. Okay, so cute little bag too. This matches the embossing folder. So, all right, so that was from Julie Bierschbach. This also was from Bonnie. She made me 2 things, and you guys get to open these up with me firsthand. I haven't even peeked in them. All right. So this was Easter again. Oh, I'm so excited. So you pull this out. Oh man. And it's full of the Ferrero Rochers. The Ferrero Rochers. They're so cute. Oh, I love it. Okay. So cute. Okay. I love it. So it's a belly band wrapped around a little box. It's so cute. Oh, they smell so good too. All right. This is another one that I feel like this will be cased for a little pillow gift. Good job, Bonnie. I love it. Then I showed this off a little bit last week. So there's this hydrangea hue. I guess it has the Stampin' Up on the inside, somewhere written on the inside. Right there. There's a logo right there. That's the brown logo. And then for those that are Silver Elite and above, we got a special OnStage Plus breakfast. So we had this waiting for us too. And it was a little keychain that is attached to a little, like maybe a toiletry bag. And so, when that opens, it has the ribbon in it. Oh my goodness, let's do this here. So I will save this ribbon because this is the ribbon that comes with the blue. You never have enough white ribbon, so I will utilize that. And then, so they put the keychain on here. So what's really cool is that it matches with the polka dotties on the inside. And then this black and white is it's black and white on the inside. So that's neat. All right, so that's that. And then we have this guy. And, oh, here's the strap. This is the strap that goes with the bag. And that matches that. Oh, I like it. Okay, very good. All right, so we have here some things. Let me see here. There's, I believe, something else that goes with that. If I'm not mistaken, this was from Patty Wright. Patty Wright, I don't know if you're still watching, but I'm guessing that this was yours. So the team didn't always put their name on the pillow gifts when we did our pillow gift exchange. So for the last 2 years now, we've done a pillow gift exchange. And there was something else in the middle of that. And I thought it was, oh, this. I think this was in the middle. They're mini wipes. It's adorable. Right? Look at the little wipey dude. Okay, I believe that was in the middle of that, if I'm not mistaken. So I believe that was from Patty Wright. So it's really cute use of designer series paper and just the way that you fold it. And it would, and I'm pretty certain that these little baby wipes were in the middle. And if they weren't, like, it's great like that too. It's got awesome. All right. I've never seen such a small little bag of mini wipes. All right. This guy is from Tony Shaw. And Tony's a Stampin' buddy. I ran into her quite a bit, actually, which was awesome. And it was, oh, is that not adorable? So she took the jar and she made a thank you card with it. Oh, it's so adorable. And the label like that. Ah, it's so neat, Tony. Good job. So it's a cute little card. I was wondering about that. It's so neat. So if you guys are looking for an idea with filled with sweetness or made with sweetness, that's sweet. This is the jar and it makes a little card. So cool. Okay, we got a book. Always get a book with pens. And this one is the Grapefruit Grove? Cantaloupe, Chris Cantaloupe. I think Chris Cantaloupe is the new name, or is the in color that's coming back. And there's a little thing there. Shapes. Okay, so this is where you could take notes, right? And the matching pen set that goes with it. So some of the new colors, I believe. You guys, I normally have things memorized by this point, but I don't believe I have all of them memorized. I know they're bringing back, we have Hydrangea Hue, and we have Crisp Cantaloupe, and then you'll have to remind me what the other three are. You guys, sorry, can't remember right now. I haven't fully committed them to memory. So Kelly gave me a Care Bear, and it's purple. Okay, Michelle Ford, are you jealous? Look at my Care Bear. I love Care Bears. Okay, I grew up with the Care Bears, you guys. And she had a 2-pack set, and one was pink and had a rainbow. She kept that one for herself, and she gave me the purple one. I love it. So he's going up here so that I always can have him staring at me. Then this guy came from my friend Marissa Alvarez. You guys say you have Stampin' Besties. She was one of my besties. And her and Max and Tyler, and I love hanging out. And there's little clips in here. And there's ones with bees on them. These little paper clips with bees. And then this one. There's just all different bee clips. I was so impressed. I love it. Little sunflower. A little baby bee. They're just all different paper clips with different bee themes on them. This one is so cool. Look at that one. It's got a little honeycomb. A little honeycomb with a pot. It's so cute. So awesome. I love it. So got those. I'll have to be very selective on how I use those. Then, oh yeah, little strawberry yogurt bites. Oh, look at this box though. So Marissa, and so Amanda's another one of my friends that they love 3D projects. Oh man, that's so cool. Okay, and then this fits in there. So Marissa is the kitchen table stamper, right? And that fits right there. Oh, it's a cute, adorable little box. Oh my goodness. Okay, you guys, you're gonna hear me say I love it a lot. I love it. Okay, and a cutesy little bag. And what else is in here? This guy's in here. Look at this guy's in here. That. I had somebody that attended OnStage for their first time, and they let me borrow their pin so I could show it off. So you could see it has a little butterfly on it. And so this is for first time attendees, they get this pin. So I just gotta give it back to her. But it says my first OnStage, and it has the hydrangea here. Now, Golden Glow, that's one of the colors, right? I remember that now, Golden Glow. And I got this for my team, the Be Happy Stampers. So anybody who's on my team got this to add to their ribbons, so that their ribbons were a little bit longer. So every OnStage that we go to, or on the cruise when we go to that, we'll have ribbons to hand out for the team. This little guy, he flips up like this. Oh, enjoy your day. And it's got 3 Ghirardellis in it. So cool. A mint, a caramel, and a chocolate. So cool. And that fits right behind that. I love doing the pillow gift exchanges. This is from Happy Nancy. And she wanted everybody to blow bubbles when we were doing the clapping for me when I was going across the stage. And I'm like, but wait, people might not want to have bubbles going all over their head. So nobody did the bubbles, but we all went home with our bubbles so we can make bubbles later. But it was really cute. She put a bee on each one of them. So that was neat. Good job drinking water. Oh, thank you. I'm going to drink more now that you said it. Okay. I think I've officially emptied the bag. This one, I can't tell you who it's from, but it was exclusively made for me. And inside here, look at this monstrous Ghirardelli. Oh man, I didn't even know they made them like this. But you got 2 bars in one, and then a belly band for it. Holy Moses, look at that. You make my heart smile. I just made my heart smile opening that up. And then I have a card. My upline is Kelly Atchison, and she made a card for me. Maybe she didn't, but she gave me a card. Sometimes you don't know who makes the cards, but we have here, so happy that I'm part of the team. So that's a card from Kelly. And that's it for inside my bag. Now we're going to switch gears, and I am going to open up my suitcase and keep moving through everything. So, oh man. Okay. This was my ribbons, you guys. So I was just talking about, we got a pin that says OnStage, Stampin' Up. So that kind of was great. I was going to say it matches the first time, but it didn't, not at all. So I was like, it kind of matches, but it doesn't. And then I have on here, we have our name. And then I had promoted to Platinum Elite in October, so I grabbed that one. I got my Be Happy Stampers. I was a top performer overall in the country. And I had leadership, team building, and we put them in rainbow order. So Michelle Foran helped me attach all my I put the 2 at the top that were really cool, and then we went rainbow. So I had leadership and team building in level 4, and I was a top performer in the country in sales, leadership, and team building. And I had level 4 in sales and incentive trip achiever. So this was my rainbow badge. So that's pretty cool. I got that. Then I've got these guys. Let's pull these out. We'll go through more things. And all right. So I believe this was from Judy Sharp. Judy Sharp, and she had her names on all of them. It's a tool pouch. Flip the top edge, tip the flap, flip the top over to open or close. And in the inside, she has a little bee paper. Yeah, that was from Judy Sharp. So it's really great. We went around in a circle and everybody shared their pillow gifts. And so inside, she has a wheel, a color wheel, and a keychain. Oh, it's adorable. So it has here a color fidget, and it helps you pick colors. So yeah, isn't that neat? It's a color fidget. So it's a keychain, and that was what was inside the pouch. And so you can flip the edge over and then the stuff will come out, or you can have it shut and keep all your tools intact. So it's a tool pouch. And she made all these. It was really awesome. All right, we're going to put tissue paper there. This over here, and this with my keychain pile. This one. Okay, now I'm at the point too, I might not remember where everything came from. This was a little pen, and on the inside is a notepad. It's about the journey. And then this one too. I think this was Angelique Schaefer. So remember she gave me a purple one with a purple pencil, and it's got a little post-it note pad. Give it to God. Hello, hello, hello. I love it. The purple is really pretty. And I got a pack of gum from somebody. So I'll put that over there. This one was from maybe Tracy Gruby did this one. It was like a match book. So when this opens up like that, there was a Ferrero Rocher in it. In case I don't know how to say that one. All right. It's like a little matchbook. And then here we had, let's do this one. Oh, this is from Kelly. So ribbons, rainbows, bright skies, and a pocket full of sunshine. And she's got in here, you are awesome, you are amazing, you are okay, a little notebook. And she's got an erasable pen for everybody. It's a very cool erasable pen. And that was Kelly's Sunshine and Rainbows. This one is from Jay. And, oh man, do I open it? It's like, yeah, look at the sides on it. It's so cute. All right, we're opening it. Looks like a lot of work to put it back together. Let's see what's in the inside, though. Oh, little bees. Little wax candles. Or it's either soap or candle. I think it's soap maybe. Or it's for in the candles when you melting pot stuff. Right? So there's a bee and there's honeycomb. Oh, it's so nice. It smells good. Okay. Choose some of the pear paper. Nice. So happy to have you in my life. This one. You know who that is. That is our Purple Princess from Pennsylvania, Michelle Foran. Friends like you are golden. A little wish for you. The bee is a miraculous creature. It is organized, laborious, and disciplined. As symbols of productivity, bees serve as a great example of the sweetness of achievement. Let this bracelet remind you that with the right amount of hard work and dedication, you are capable of anything. Closing your eyes and making a sincere wish. When you wear the bracelet, the wish you made will come true when the bracelet breaks in two. And in the inside, oh man, let me open this up. There's a pouch. Sorry, Michelle, I gotta... Oh man, your sticker is pretty sturdy. Wow, look at that. It didn't even break. So we're gonna put that like that. There's a little pouch in here. A little bee pouch. And it's got little sucking candies. Little cream savers. Those are awesome. We used those for Stampin' Fun in the Sun once. I love it. It's adorable. All right. Very good. That was Michelle Foran. This one is a bookmark. A little kindness makes a big difference with a bee on it. Oh, that die cut was awesome. Oh, cool. Thank you for being awesome. And then this has a keychain with it. And a little keychain. Oh, they have sometimes the littlest little bags here. Yes, that was yours. All right, Patty, right? I remembered that. It says, be happy. And it's got the little honeycomb and a bee on it. Oh, man. A little keychain. And if you're watching and you gave this to me, you're welcome to all these, because we don't always put our name on them, so we don't necessarily remember who they're all from. This one is in a little bee bag. And this has, oh, it's a luggage tag. This was Happy Nancy did these. So it was Be Happy Stampers. And then it was a luggage tag. And then on this guy, yep, Happy Nancy, a little something for you. And some bee stickers. It reminds me of the Cheerios bee. Super cute. People could put these on their bags right away. And it helped to figure out whose bag was whose. All right, a little Post-it note holder from Lisa Piper. And this is, that's Judy Sharp. Okay, this one, let's see what's on the inside. Ah, the gum. That's where the gum came from. Oh my goodness. A tweezer bees. Oh, so cool. It's iridescent too. And there's a bee on the end. Wow. Look at that. It's holographic. Holy Moses. Wow, and it's got a B on the end. Oh, that replaces this one so fast. I love it. Oh, you guys, how many times have I said I love it? Sorry. I feel like I'm imitating a little bee here. And then white tea and sage. And then the gum. So I don't know. I know I got an extra gum. You guys, sometimes there's a lot going around. So I don't know who that's from. I do know that this is from Colleen Morrow. Well, yep, it was a little barbecue. So she got these little baby barbecue sauces. And then she made, you're flipping awesome with a burger with the grill. Isn't that clever? And she's got a little honeycomb yellow background there. So cool. That is awesome. Then this one is a Velcro. And you open it up. This, I believe, is from Carmen Sanders, if I'm not mistaken. There was a little jar in here with lavender sugar scrub, purple. And then there's a little bath salt thing here for the shower, a bath, I think it's called a bath bomb. And then it smells very pretty in here. And then there was a little honey stick. And then there's a loofah. This is so cool. And she had that all squished in here. It was awesome. So that, I believe that was Carmen Sanders. So you love how everybody saved up their bee paper to use it for our pillow gift exchange? Okay. So we got through that. We got that. Now, I've got a whole tub here yet. We're not quite done. Like, I've got this whole entire tub, you guys. When I open this up, you're going to see, like, more stuff. Like, this tub is full. So we're going to go, whoop, that fell on the floor. We're going little by little through this. All right, so these are two things that I didn't do. I didn't do the make and takes. So I started to color and I got interrupted. So I've got some cards to make at some point in time. This was part of it as well. So these are some new gems that are coming out. They're called adhesive back metallic gems. Oh, they are maybe out already? I don't, they look like past ones, but they could be new. They're coppery, gold, and silvery. The colors, Rosy Prouty. Oh yes, Peaceful Pine. We're missing one though. Golden Glow, no, Peaceful. So I had listed off 4 of them. Or Chris Cannibal, Golden Glow, Hydrangea Hue. No, we're missing one, Rosie. There's one more. Because there's 5. So the Peaceful Pine, I remember that now. And then here's our Saturday make and take project. Again, I didn't open it up. You know me. I'm a little bit of a slacker. And then this came from Bridget Rowe. I opened them up very carefully and looked at them and then I put them back. But this was so pretty. She gave me these. They're garden sticks. And they're bee inspired. This is the one I opened up and looked at. So pretty. They're handmade. They've got the little honeycomb things and the bees on here. They're for in with your plants. Awesome. So awesome. And she got me 4 of them. And I made sure to pack them really nicely so that they didn't get wrecked. So these were from Bridget Rowe. So on this one, let's see here. And oh yeah, Barely Blush. That's right, Barely Blush. Thank you. I think I've got it now, committed to memory. So there's that one. And then, oh, look at this one. Look at that bee. That's like what Karen Forward has on her charm. Ah, it's so cool. You can definitely tell these are handmade because there's so much detail in them. And then this guy. Oh, they're so cool. So cool. They're definitely going to be not put in a plant. They are going to be put in the hive here on display. That is a lot of bedazzlies right here. So cool. Thank you so much, Bridget. Okay. We also got this for our prize patrol. It's a new pack of gems. And this is, let's see here. Oh yes, Megan Mears gave me this. She makes these. I love stamping. That's very cool. She gave out one of these to almost everybody who was attending their first time. It was so awesome that she did that. You're the sweetest. Look at this little jam jar, a little baby jar. and then the strawberry on it, embossed in gold, and then colored in with a flower on the side, and then the strawberry candies on the inside. Oh, so, like, I love it. All right, I feel like this is gonna be a little pillow gift for everybody too, for one of our upcoming events, right? So many ideas. All right, so then I have here some stamp sets, the card. So we got some stamp sets for prize patrols. I got Sending Salutations, a new set, a Family Celebration, a new set. All right, and hi, Sue Esworthy. I'm so happy, Sue, you just signed up for the cruise. That's awesome. So I have these that are ready to go for the next, well, these will be handed out at the Stampin' Up, well, not the Stampin' Up, Stampin' on the Seas with Cards by Christine next July in 2027. We'll have badges that we're gonna wear, and I'm gonna make sure everybody on my team gets one of these Be Happy Stamper ribbons. So this gets put away for now. And this is a little cat. Oh man, you guys, I'm trying to remember who gave this to me. I don't think it was Michelle Foran. Rosie Prouty, maybe? I don't, look, you guys, there was a lot at one time. And then like over the course of 3 days, and now it's been a week. So I'm trying to remember who gave this adorable little kitten charm. So where I put that stuff, I actually have right here, you guys can't see it, but it's right here. I have this little tub that sits here, and it's got my colored pencils in it, and it has this and this on that was made for me. A little bee one here. I just added the cat to it. Some beautiful earrings that a dear customer made for me, or got for me. And then this is another scissors charm that we got from Stampin' Up back in the day. So I have this canister that sits here, and that's where that stuff goes. So it's right in front of me. All right, this says her father's daughter. Oh, fill the world with love. Oh man. I thought I would remember. When people hand me things, I thought, oh, I'll remember. Oh, here. Kathy Olson. Yes. Perfect. So it's really pretty. It's got these little magnets, so they kind of clip there. That's super cool. Little baby magnets that hold it together, and the smallest little pen on the side. Nice. Put that there so I don't lose track of that. Post-it notepads are a great thing, an easy thing to make up for people. All right, I did participate in some swaps, so I will share swap cards with you too. Just one I did. I got a pack of designer series paper. This was my prize patrol. Scenic Coast. So we got all attendee prize patrols, and then we got individual prize patrol. But I got this paper. This is one of the new suites that's coming up. Look at the foily. Oh man. Okay. Oh, look at that one. I love it. How many things have I loved, you guys? Can you tell I'm super excited about stuff. So that's the new Scenic Coast Designer Series paper. Okay, what I don't like are packages like this that have stickiness on them. So you gotta be careful. So that goes over here. All right. So we did an event with Melanie Hawken called Craftermath, and it was movie inspired. And so these were little buckets that she had all of our stuff in, and they're popcorn inspired. I got that. And this is, oh, I won. I love winning. I'm not competitive at all. Just kidding. I'm very competitive. And Michelle Cinto and I, we were the first ones to complete she had movie lines where we had, it was Arnold Schwarzenegger and I'll be, and then it was ... and I had the I'll be, and so I had to go find the person who had back, right? Michelle Cinto had back, and we had to know the name of the movie, which was Terminator, and we both won a prize, and we got the new embossing folder, and then some dimensionals, so yay, I love it, love it, love it. Okay. And then another one of the little match boxes, sending a little sweetness your way with a Ghirardelli raspberry. Only one man dares to give me raspberry. Lone Star. Oh, these are for, okay, if I had to guess, it was Sophia Stefan. So Mimi, I don't know if you're still watching, but I feel like this was Sophia's. And these are actually, I have yours here. So this is Mimi Henley's. And then I have, because we had 3 people that couldn't make it. So I have, these are for my girls. I have them sitting here. Perfect. So this one's mine. From Sophia, I believe. And then this was from Mimi Henley, mi amiga. And she used the Sunshine Tulips die. And then it's a little packet. Oh, double hot a hot chocolate, double chocolate. Hot cocoa mix, double chocolate. Thanks for your thoughtfulness. And it's a little, she made it into a, like a little packet. Cute. And then I believe that was Sophia's stuff and her sister. And now those are Maria's. Okay, and then this was something that Melanie Hawken had everybody too, was no one's butter than you. And she had some little gems for us. And let's see what else I have in here. All right, that's from Sophia. One moment, that's for Sophia. Okay, so we had, I think okay, there's just a few things left. So this kind of got a little squisherooed, unfortunately, but I can fix it. This is what I gave out to all my girls on the team that were with me. So Chris Dudoranki helped me make this little pouch. Oh, it got squished. So we'll put that back. We just unrumple it, right? And I have a little label that we made. So like this is for Tracy's swords. I'm going to give her a different one. But I had tied them on. Julie Bierschbach helped me tie them on. Chris helped me make them. Julie helped me tie on the names. And then, so I have my names for all my bees. And then everybody got a pair of socks. And all the different socks I kind of were rolled up and put in here. And so this one, so all the socks had different sayings. And this one, it says, just a girl who loves bees. Okay. So that was one pair. And then I have, just to show you another example, there's another pair here that somebody might have gotten these that says, be kind, right? So we'll have to bring all of our bee socks along in a couple of years when we go to Salt Lake City and wear all of our bee socks. All right, so I've got those. I've got to do a little finagling because I got kind of all squisherooed. And let's see here. This cutie little, this little thing is the smallest little container. It's a little plastic container that paper was wrapped, and on the inside, it's a little jar, and there's little mini M&Ms in the inside. The cutest little pillow gift, and the little ladybug is guarding the M&Ms. Okay, and then this one, oh, it's a lovely and beautiful designer paper with some of that gold ribbon that came back in stock, and then it is out of stock just as fast as it came in. And we got a little Velcro underneath here. And a humongous Hershey's bar. Look at that. It's very pretty and very elegant. And then this is the class, so with Melanie Hawkins Crafter Math, we paid for the event, and part of the event was 2 mini classes, which you guys can see here. I didn't put together. I completely talked and socialized with my team the entire time we were there, and I did not put them together. But that doesn't mean I won't put them together. I just need to find some time and I'll put my classes together. So we used the gems with it. So that was kind of neat that we got that. Okay, and then here's a card from Judy Sharp. All right, let's see what the card says. It says, I like you lots, and you make me smile. Very good. And it's got the Nature Symphony on it. I love how she ripped the edges of this one, that one, and then that. And then she kind of scuffed up the edges around the green too, which is cool. Ooh, that stuff. Ooh, I haven't seen that for a little while. That's a great use for it. All right. Oh, man. Okay, I think that was a lot. The rest of what I've got in the bucket is I had a couple bees that unfortunately weren't able to make it. I had maybe 3 girls that at the... not in the last minute, but like about 2 to 3 to 4 weeks in advance, we knew that they couldn't make it. So I've got a little pile of stuff for them in there. I gotta go now that I got to the bottom of it, I can sort through and get things situated. So yeah, that was fun. You guys, you're so far behind. I don't know how it was buffering this much because it wasn't really buffering for me. It was just going slow. But I'm back to showing you Carmen's guy right here, this one. And we've done so much more since then. But what'll probably happen after I'm done with my live, I'm gonna let it finish running. Hopefully I don't forget to stop ending the film, but we did it. So we got through. I showed you the January and the February customer swaps. We made our 3 cards. We did the drawing for the door prize, and we got to throw all, this is all the stuff that I had gotten from OnStage. Oh, I didn't show off the cards. Okay, I don't usually do a lot of swapping, and I haven't done swapping at an OnStage in a long time. I don't usually have the time. I made time to help support Melanie Hawken, and she was looking for people, and so I volunteered to be one of the people that participated in her swap. So I'll show you guys the cards I got. I'll do that really quick here. Whoa, they're sliding all over. Oh, sorry. You just got like a weird action shot of my face. Oh, whatever. So I made these were so slippery. I used the Paradise Garden. Paradise Poetry, Garden Paradise. I made 2 versions. What people either got green or they got blue, right? So, and interchanged and swapped some of the coloring out. So sometimes they got blue in the back and sometimes a green plant on there, but that's what I ended up making. So you guys might recognize this. If you do, it was this card right here, right? I basically took that layout and made it in green and blue. So, yep, definitely took the case of the layout. And I don't know who half these people... Oh, Jay Shante. I know who Jay is. Jay's on my team. Yay, she made a cute little bug card here with the Cute as a Bug set. And I don't know who most of the people are, though. So I'll say who they are. They're Lori Bradshaw. And this looks like... Oh, it's one of the... It's like a fun fold. It's a book fold. So, like, there's a seam binding over here. And the one... This flips up, and this side flips out. So, homemade for you. This is from, so if they don't have names, they don't have names. Can't say who they're, unless it's on the inside. Oh, there you go. Look at that. Well, isn't that interesting? I like that fold. Oh, and there's a gem right in the middle of the moon. I might as well open up this too so you guys can see this. I've done a fun fold like this before, I think. So that opens like that. I love you very much. Holy thick cards. You guys feel that? That thing is at least a 1/16 of an inch thick. Oh my goodness, wow. We'll put that in there. Nice thick card. All right, that's my card. This is from Diane Bensberg, Watsonville, California. Oh, cool. Oh, look at this. Ha ha. Ha ha. Oh. Oh, I like it. Oh man, look at that. Clever. It's so cool. I like it. Nice job. Okay, and it fits into a regular envelope. Hang on, I gotta get these guys out of here. Okay. This one. Okay, for anybody that's doing the retro swap with me or ever swaps with me, just know that we don't ever steal our envelopes so that we can reuse them very easily. There you go. Like a spanner card. Yep. Like a bridge card. This is from Tammy Savello. Using Paradise Garden. Happy birthday. See, this is what we like. We like the flaps tucked in. We can easily pull them out and reuse them. Oh, look at that. I like it. And then the turtles. This is from Carrie Jones. Oh, purple. I knew it was Michelle. Haha. Michelle Foran. And she definitely used up. I got a purple caterpillar. I like it. Very good. She used a Spotlight of Nature die. The bee is so cute, carrying the flower. She cut all these strips of designer paper and made it look like a ray of sunshine. Okay, then this one is from Susan Goodman. She used the Delicate Whispers. Wishing you happiness and love. And this one was from Lesha Coughlin. Oh, Alaska. Look at that. Using lavender, the lavender paper. And I don't know if that'll come off. Nope, that won't come off. So what we do, we'll just go like this. Put that there. Okay, and then Cynthia Carvalho. Shoot. Traveling Glitter Girl. This looks like so cute as a bug. Ah, the praying mantis handing flowers to the bee. Oh, look at them carrying the grapes. I didn't realize that was like that. Oh, so good. I love it. Okay, you guys, sorry, I keep saying I'm not sorry. I love everything, you guys. When you love everything, it's hard to not say you love it. This one is Maria Gilbertson. So she had the, the Lovely Blossoms, so very much. So Maria is on my team. And this one is oh, look at that. It's like a glitter bomb and a half. Oh man, oh man. It's cellophane, and then it's full of glitter. Hopefully it's very contained. Look at that. Oh man. Okay, so that goes over the top. No name. I don't think there was a name on that one, so I don't know who to give credit to. The St. Patty's Day card. This one is from, oh, Georgine Darbro. Oh, she used that new embossing folder. That's what that looks like. That's the prize I won with the bear. Oh, she cut the little bear's arms and holding the little heart in it. Oh, neat. Cloud cover with Secret Sea. Oh, good job, Georgine. This one is from Sherry Johnson. Okay, Sherry Johnson, that's what I'm guessing. And it looks like, oh, the cutest crew. Oh, very cool. That folder is pretty amazing. It's really deep. It gives a lot of depth to the flowers. Very pretty berry burst mixed with the lemon lolly and summer splash maybe, or coastal cabana. Wow, I wasn't expecting that. Like the color combination, that's like very cheerful too. Sherry Johnson. And then Help Me Grow, Help Me Rhonda, Help Me Grow. This one is from Ann Curlin, Alaska. Look at that, have the best day. Very cool. And then this one is from Mimi Henley. Yay, Mimi, Mimi ga. And she's from California. And oh, look at that. Neat. Love it. And you have an arm. Okay, that's neat. I like it. I was just trying to see if like this was, yeah. It's an arm in the front, just along the bottom. And when you shut it, you still have that label back there that's hiding. Very pretty. Good job. This is lovely and lovely blossoms. Lovely arrangements. I think this was lovely arrangements. Okay. Good job, Mimi. Okay. This is Nancy Haggard. Happy Nancy. Lovely blossoms here. Oh, cool. A little flipper and a little flapper. Great color combinations. Oh, and the cutest little stylish shaped circles are there. And then last but certainly not least, we have here, oh, the horse card. And, oh, I don't know. Thanks for being a true friend. Aw, with the horse. Very good. I don't know. It didn't have a name on it, so can't give credit for that one. So we did it though. We got through all the swap cards. All right, so I love all the envelopes that didn't have sealing because now I can reuse these in my swaps. I love it. And then these guys, so if you swap with me, you guys remember, like if you're doing the Radically Retro swap, we don't seal the envelopes. We just tuck them in so that we can easily open them up and reuse them. And then the stuff doesn't get all stuck everywhere. So there, I'll put them shut. So these go on a different pile that may not ever see the light of day again. For the other pile, we use those again. Oh man, they're like stuck together. So yeah, it's really easy to reuse them if they're not sticky. All right, so we did it. Now I can say, I think that we got it. Okay, I feel like I'm sinking in my chair. So if you're curious what happened to my bigger Tigger, he is, I'll see if I can get him to be seen here without messing anything up. In case you're wondering where bigger Tigger went, you know, he was really needy. Look at that cat. This is where he is, just snoozing away. Aren't you, Tigger? Can you hear me, buddy? No, he's passed out like a light. But he likes his little blankie. And he likes, he loves that blankie. And so when he's swirling up around me and he's like being very needy, I think it's because the blanket is up here and he wants it down there. He loves to be right next to me down here. It's like the last time on Thursday, Hunky was sleeping right here on the blanket with him. So they share it. So, and Honey doesn't want anything to do with me usually. She's off doing her own thing. All right. And I just started to buffer even more. So, but that's okay. You guys, I think I'm good. It's like, what, 3:25. So we have 2.5 hours before we have mystery card night. So I am going to go pull my pieces and see what else I can accomplish in the interim. So we have usually mystery night. The card class takes about an hour. So we'll be live around 6 o'clock and we go until about 7. So I think that I got a lot of cleaning up to do here. That'll take me a moment in time and then we'll be back. So, all right. Good. I was just looking where I was with you guys. So it's buffering and I was just showing the sock thing. So we're getting there. So you aren't very, very far behind where I am, but if anybody needs anything, don't hesitate to reach out. But I'm going to start working on getting stuff cleaned up and then I'll work on my computer a little bit. And then we've got the in-color retirement cards that we're about 80% done with. They just need to be assembled. And then there's just 2 classes left to design for April. But holy Moses, we've got quite the showcase coming for you on Thursday afternoon. So, all right, lots of sunshine, love, and big hugs. We'll see you in a little bit for Mystery Card Night. Love ya. Bye.